All right, peer-to-peer networks, or P2P. You might have heard of P2P or peer-to-peer networks, and even if you have not heard of them, I guarantee you know about them. And if you don't think you know about them, you do know about them, because what I will show you what you thought you didn't know, which you did know in the first place. Okay, enough confusing you. Let's move on. Okay, peer-to-peer networks. What does it actually mean? Peer-to-peer networks. Okay, peer, one device to another, all right, from one friend to another. So here we go. Peer-to-peer is basically the transmission of data between connected computers across a network. Okay, so we're talking like more local stuff here. So let's see. The data on the devices is shared between the connected computers across the same network. So there's no servers involved per se, all right? It's from one machine to another, all right? Data goes from one machine to another machine. Let me try explain that to you visually like this. Here we have a bunch of computers on a network. You'll notice they're all just clients. There's no big server here. There's a switch in the middle. Computer number one has got a file that connected to the network. That file is able to be shared to another computer, which is able to be shared to another computer, and so on and so forth, because they're all connected to each other on the network. So that same file can be shared. Why does this seem familiar? Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's about torrenting and torrents. And you're going, I don't know anything about that, Mr. Hains. Well, I know you do. But anyway, even if you don't, now I'm going to show you. All right, torrenting. What is torrenting? Have you ever heard of torrenting or torrents before? Okay, this is what torrenting is. It's the transmission of data between various computers over a network. Didn't we just say that? That's peer-to-peer networking. That's exactly what it is. But this network is the World Wide Web. It's a little bit bigger than your little LAN at school, okay? The parts of files are distributed amongst the various users and shared over the network. That's what makes peer-to-peer interesting, because it's not one whole file that is sent to one peer at a time. It's parts of the file that is broken up and scattered across different devices. So they're all sharing parts of the file, and you just get all the different parts, and your torrenting program eventually puts them all together. All right, so torrenting programs support the simultaneous upload and download of parts of files directly between users. So from your computer to another computer to another computer, all over the world, you have this massive peer-to-peer network of computers directly sharing files. That's what P2P is. Okay, and people have often used it. They use uTorrent, BitTorrent. I mean, there's all kinds of torrent programs out there today, but they use torrents to download things, mostly not the most legal way. Okay, so you're downloading music and movies and stuff like that, software programs, games. Okay, be careful though, it's not legal. Okay, please be careful, guys. So that brings us on to streaming. What is streaming? Okay, so when we talk about streaming, you've all watched a movie or you've watched a video online sometime in your life. Okay, streaming is when audio or video is broadcast while the file is being downloaded. So as the file is being downloaded, it's also streaming and broadcasting the video to you. That's what streaming is all about. You don't have to go and download the whole video before you can watch it. That's how it used to be in the early days of the net. You'd have to download the entire file before you could actually watch it. Now, as you start downloading it, it's already buffered a little bit ahead of time, and it's now streaming to you while you're downloading it. And you can see that. Look at that video above, okay? Look at that. You can actually see, like, there's the red part of what I've been watching, and then that other, like, whitish grayish line that's moving along. That's it, busy downloading ahead of time. It's busy buffering all of that, downloading that, so that I have an uninterrupted streaming experience. There we go. And if you want to know more about streaming, go and check out Amazon Prime, Netflix, YouTube, Vimeo, Hulu, Disney Plus, and HBO Max. It sounds like this video is sponsored by blah, 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 but it isn't. I wish it was, but it's not. Anyway, go check out those streaming services. Now you know what streaming is. Now you know what torrenting is. Well, it's bad, although it can be used for good things. Okay, now you know what peer-to-peer networks and peer-to-peer sharing is all about as well.